Hey, it's another episode of Book Bites. It's Marita Harmonic Wholeness, and today's book is a memoir called The Horse Boy, and it's the story of a family who went to Mongolia in an effort to find healing for their autistic son. Very counterintuitive. He had a lot of self-doubt when things got really bad. In the beginning, his wife wasn't on board at all, but the more and more he really was with the notion and the idea that he traveled to Mongolia literally off grid, uh, he knew he needed to do it. He wanted to engage shaman, medicine men, if you will. They were, I think, if I remember right, they were all men um, who could help his son. So there's one passage that I wanted to read to you quickly here. He noticed when he worked with his horses how captivated not only the boy was with the animal, but vice versa. Even a problematic or moody horse calmed down and literally worked with him. So this is what he says. I knew this mare. She was quiet to ride, but was famously grumpy toward the other horses, over whom she was the unquestioned boss. The kind who wouldn't think twice about planting two hooves in the face of any why is that such a hard word? Importunate herd member, or of whisking a novice rider straight back to the barn. She stood stock still, as did the other four horses, breathing through her nostrils, unsure whether or not to be alarmed by this strange little human wriggling at her feet. Can you imagine having your child right by horse hooves? Then she dipped her head to Rowan's soft, writhing form, so close and so dangerously exposed to her hammer-hard hooves. She dipped her head and mouthed with her lips the sign of equine submission. Watching, moving slowly toward her so as to not spook, I knew I was witnessing something extraordinary. I'm getting chills just reading this to you. The mare was spontaneously submitting to the child on the ground before her. In all the years I had been training horses, I had never seen this happen. My son had some kind of direct line to the horse. Wow. And this book has many more like vignettes like this. It has many, if you know autistic children, they can like one wrong and their brains go and their behavior follows. If you have autistic children in your world in some way, shape, or form, this would be an excellent book to read for just the perspective on how he chose to do this with his son and his wife. I'm trying to find here. There are, in the center of the book, there are black and white photographs from their trip to Mongolia. It is quite crazy. Definitely not your typical vacation, if you will, right? And they had to arrange certain drops with, places where they could pick up food. And I guess Rowan only ate bacon. Imagine that, where you've got to have bacon or he's going to have a tantrum. I mean, it's just very, very interesting. Toward the end, actually at the end of the book, there is a reading group guide. So I actually didn't notice this till I was done. But there are ways that you can actually do this, like in a little book club, and get people involved. So with questions and topics for discussion, et cetera, et cetera. And while I cannot speak to having an autistic person in my life, I would imagine that those questions in the book could be very, very helpful. So that is my book for today. And I hope that you found value in that. And I would appreciate if you would give me a like or a comment, or if you got a question. I would love to know that you're out there watching and appreciating some of the books that I'm bringing to you, because I'm enjoying actually recapping them for you. And I'll see you next time with another episode. Bye-bye.